Welcome back to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. My name is Steve Johnson. My co-host, Aurelio Martinez. All right, fans, here we go. This is next week's fight, March 31st, actually over in England, where we're going to have the World Heavyweight Championship fight between England's Anthony Joshua and Australia's Joseph Parker Jr. Now, Joseph Parker, for you that have been following us, you know Aurelio was high on him, then he fell off, and now he's kind of giving Parker a little bit of chance here. But so you start off.
Well,
talk about this fight.
Let's talk about that. Okay, now, I'm one to believe that your skills don't diminish. Okay, and Parker has skills. He always had. That's why I was really high on Joseph Parker when he first came into the boxing scene. I said, that man's going to be champion. That man's got everything it takes. We talked about that before in previous things, and I don't change that. Okay. The problem I had with Joseph Parker was not so much himself, but the handlers. They decided to take the step back and try to position himself to get the big money, and they kind of alluded to keeping him up on the scene, keeping him into the fan scene, the world scene, and he kind of laid off. And then everyone else came into the scene. You know, White, Tyson Fury, Wilder, and
Lucas Brown,
Joshua when he fought Klitschko, and no one started talking about Parker. So they got their wish. Okay, they sat back, they did all this, they got their wish. So now they got their big money fight with Joshua Parker. But what happened in between him out there? You know, beefing up his experience, beefing up his ring experience, that whole time frame where he was really laid back, and Parker didn't do anything. So now he's got his money fight. Can he get in the ring and effectively compete with Joshua? Okay, I don't know, but that's my main reason to watch it. If he comes back and shows some of them skills that he had early in his career, then I'm gonna say yes, he can. But Steve, nobody in the world gives him a chance.
Nobody really does, and it's just probably just because of what you said, man. He's been inactive, you know, and hasn't really done it. I mean, there was a while there for a year for sure where he was just terrorizing, blasting people out, and that's what caught everybody's eye. And then, like you said, with the emergence of these other guys, he dropped off. But so I think you might be right. This might be a case of be careful what you wish for, because they wished for the big fight. They got it, but they themselves will be the ones that are culpable for the way this is all going to fall out for them. Because I would be shocked, as I think most of the world would be, if Joseph Parker would win this fight, because he's got to KO Joshua in order to win the fight, because Joshua's coming to KO him. This will be, for however lasted long, this is going to be at some point, this is going to turn into a knockdown drag out, and if Parker... we've got to see. We've got to see that Anthony Joshua knows how to recover. So, as we've said, it will be the same thing with Wilder. We got to see him recover. These other guys have to show if they can recover.
Well, we don't know what Parker's going to do when
we don't know what he's going to do.
We don't know what he's going to do when he gets hit. And I say when he's going to get hit, because this is one of them matchups where he's going to get hit. Okay, and we already know that Joshua's got the heart. He's got the heart because Klitschko had him out. Okay, he sucked it up, came back, and won that fight. Okay,
but let's be honest about this. Because of, like we said, Joseph Parker, you know, hasn't really done anything. Kind of, you know, he might be fresh enough where he can, if it comes down to that, he might be able to pull it out. That's why we got to watch this fight.
That's what I'm saying. You've got to watch this fight because we just don't know if Josh is going to come into. We don't know if he's ready physically, and if he
Joseph Parker.
Yeah. We know Joshua's been active. We know he's been in the limelight. We know he's coming into this ring with his A game.
Yeah.
Okay. Parker, we know he's coming into the ring with his A game in his mind, but physically, is his A game going to be there? We don't know.
Well, let me ask you a question. Hypothetically, okay, Joseph Parker loses this fight. Is he out of this round robin of the heavyweight division? Is he out? Because he'll have to drop down as far as Lucas Brown. He would have to.
Yeah,
Lucas Brown loses, and now we know there's three people that we're talking about now. We're talking about Anthony Joshua. We're talking about Joseph Parker. We're talking about Deontay Wilder.
Right.
Okay. Dylan White, we have to drop him out. I mean, Lucas Brown, we have to drop him out.
He's out. Yeah.
If Parker loses, he has to drop out. And we keep forgetting about this quad. The fourth one is Tyson Fury.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I know
yeah.
I'm like most people.
Tyson's-
I've been following what's going on with him. He's getting back in shape. He's running his mouth. He's always been able to run his mouth. But as you said before plenty of times, you said he's a head case, but he has to be dealt with.
He has to be dealt with. He is a head case. Now Tyson, I think a good fight for him would be someone like Lucas Brown or something, because he needs to get back in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Tyson Fury needs to get back in the ring with Joshua or Wilder right now. He's just not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
We know he can be. We know he's capable.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Parker. I think if Parker would have got in the ring before this fight with someone like Lucas Brown or any of the heavyweights, that he could have just went in and kind of brushed off the ring rust and kind of kept himself fresh and then take the fight, I would have been more inclined to say that more people would have been saying that he has a chance to win the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but right now you're not hearing that a lot. You know, and
Rightfully
so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. You can't say he's got a chance, because honestly, he got a very slim chance.
But not a slim one. He's because once again, he's got lead in both hands.
Yeah, he's got
and
the
I'll
skills.
tell you what,
He's got the skills.
we've got to see Anthony Joshua bite the dirt when he got Klitschko dropped him. I mean, it's just a matter of, that's where, like we said, if it comes down to that, you would have to think that Joshua would have the advantage because he's been through this. Parker has not. Parker's going to be on the road.
Yeah.
You know, these are things that it might be just too much for him to encounter. But if early in the fight, if they decide to engage early, anything can happen. Let me just say this, and I'll let you take the rest of this.
Yeah.
Probably, you're going to think I'm crazy when I say this, probably the best thing for heavyweight action would be for Parker to win.
Well,
you and I know he's got over there. It's got to be KO. They're not going to let him get out of there. I'm sorry,
Not with the
they're not going to let
decision.
him get out of there with a decision. But for heavyweight boxing, if Joseph Parker were to not, oh man, all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose.
You know what? I'm gonna just be honest, because I still like Joseph Parker as a boxer, as a heavyweight boxer. I like a skillful boxer, regardless if it's a heavyweight division or down to the flyweight. I really like a skillful boxer, and Joshua fits in. I mean, Parker fits into that category. So personally, I'm pulling for him. And I'll be up on my feet watching the fight, pulling for him.
Me too.
And if and when he wins that fight, you will have one happy person here in the United States. At least one.
No. Because listen to this. The reason I'm saying it might be the best thing for boxing is because they've got, Eddie Hearn has already said they've got a rematch clause. So with the rematch clause, guess what that does to Deontay Wilder? There's no way that he can afford to sit around for another year.
He has to fight someone.
He's going to have to fight someone. And Dylan White is calling him out. By that time, Tyson Fury will be calling him out.
Everyone's
going to call him out. You know.
Well, they got to be careful with Wilder. I think Wilder can handle any one of them guys. I mean, I'll tell you the truth. But you're right. That would be the best case scenario, because Parker goes and beats Joshua. Okay. He seals himself in that mix, in that big money mix, which is a good thing.
Yep.
Joshua with the loss won't fall out. Unlike Parker. If Parker loses, he falls out.
Yeah.
Joshua loses, he doesn't fall out.
Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't fall out. He stays in that mix.
Well, mainly because of the rematch, but also because of his sellability over there in the UK.
Exactly.
But like I said, you're different than me. I think that makes Deontay Wilder as the odd man out for the next year for sure.
Well, I agree with that.
So that's going to be a tough one for him to not sit around not fighting anybody, especially with these other guys calling him out, and with Dylan White yesterday afternoon saying, if I have to, I'll go across the pond.
Well, that's what you do. Wilder, that's
you
what you do.
You take that.
You bring him.
Take that.
Bring him because because Wilder beats Dylan White. especially here on this side. Okay, so if Parker wins the fight and that scenario comes into play, like you say, well then yes, Joshua, you don't just Wilder just don't sit around waiting for that Joshua thing to materialize for the big money. He can't afford to just stay dormant like that for another year or something. So yes, you embrace that. Okay, Dylan White, you said you'd come over. Come on over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, come on over and let's do this. So
I agree.
So that's good.
All right, so that's next Saturday night on Showtime. Make sure you watch that. I'm sure every boxing fan in the country, and at least around the world, boxing fans will be watching this because the heavyweight action is back. Heavyweight division is back. It's going to be a good fight. We'll watch that. We're going to break out from our second segment now. Give you a chance to refresh that coffee, drink some water, whatever you want to do, and we'll be back with our third segment, which is Open Topic.
That's right.
Radio. We have a couple of exciting open topics to talk about. Some things that have broken over the last few days. We'll talk about those when we get back.
We're going to talk about Clem.
Who's Clem?
Clem
Who?
Butyrol.
Clem Butyrol. Clem.
Yeah.
I thought you said Clem.
Mr. Butyrol.
Clem. Yeah, we're talking about Clem when we get back. All right. In the meantime, as with every episode of USA of Inside Boxing Throwdown,
I'm holding them up.
keep your hands up. The class.